Business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business. Your business is our business. And we have a guest in the studio.
I was going to say, today we are a threesome.
Yes.
We are being joined by our friend Brad Friedman with the Friedman Group, who's co-hosting the entire show with us today. Brad, welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man,
Nice to be here.
We're excited that you are here. And Brad, I don't know, are you married?
I am.
You are. Okay, so this next story is probably not going to apply to you. However, if you're not married and you're getting over an ex, you might want to call the San Francisco Zoo.
The zoo?
Yep. They're bringing Valentine's Day cheer to scorned ex-lovers by allowing them to adopt cockroaches and scorpions in the name of their exes. Now, there is a business model that's got legs.
So
Lots of them.
what you going to name your cockroach? What's her name?
No, nice try. Not going to do that over the air.
No.
Actually, I could. No, but I'm not going to.
All right, so you're going to go to the zoo and name a cockroach or a scorpion after your ex.
If you care enough
And
to
then
send
what?
the very best, you'll choose the charming Madagascar hissing cockroach package.
Oh, there's a package? And so what? So now it has a name. It's like the stars. You get to name, if you fall in love with somebody, you name a star after them, right? Have you ever named a star after somebody?
I haven't, but I've thought about it.
I did that when
Really?
my
You
in-laws.
named a star after somebody, really? You fell for that? You gave money to that scam? I cannot believe that.
Okay, see, I did it because I love somebody. You're naming a cockroach after an ex-girlfriend. And how do you know which cockroach is? Here's a scam. There's like 1,000 of them. And why is the zoo full of cockroaches? Does that kind of creep you out?
The one with the dagger? That's mine.
Does that kind of creep you out that the zoo has enough cockroaches
think-
to say, here, pick one?
Jilted lovers can also consider, not just the Madagascar hissing cockroach, but what about adopting a giant hairy scorpion in the name of a lowlife ex? So the affair didn't work out. You're giving your ex record-breaking ability to move on. You suspect foul play. Nothing soothes the sting like the adoption of a giant hairy scorpion in honor of your former beloved.
Would you feel better if you named Brad a little insect, rodent, ick, gross thing after an ex-girlfriend?
I don't know. I guess it would depend on, the way that they let her know. Maybe they send her a nice little plaque or something.
Oh yeah. Do they follow up and say a scorpion or icky cockroach?
We will have to
named
check
after
with
you?
the San Francisco Zoological Society.
Why not just send them some glitter?
You know what? For those of you like Angel who have more romantic lives, you can the zoo is offering adoption packages for cuter animals, including snow leopards, penguins, lemurs.
We can name a lemur after somebody we love.
Stars.
That was a nice thing to do.
Scam.
It was, but it was still a nice thing to do. Yeah, and $50. I'm like, really? Anyways, how long have you been married, Brad?
20 years.
20
Wow,
years.
congratulations.
20 years in last December.
All right, so you're not
Fantastic.
carrying anything bitter over an ex, hopefully after 20 years.
No.
No.
I don't want to
That's
paint. I don't want to paint a picture or draw any lines or connect any dots or anything. But I was married 23 before I hit.
So would you name some cockroach after your ex-wife? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I really thought the answer would have been no.
No comment.
I thought it would have been a really quick no.
No,
But
the answer is,
apparently,
the answer
I'm
is
really
no, because
sorry
I like
to her.
cockroaches.
You like cockroaches, not your. Oh, that's wicked evil.
I know.
I do. I think this is.
I am.
I mean, it's interesting fodder in a way to get the zoo into the news and,
Right.
and media, and I think people do
It
stranger
worked.
things than that. But I think that is probably one of the grossest things I've heard.
Yeah.
And just bitter. If you've broken up, move on.
You'll notice that there was a particular animal group that I did not mention. You're welcome.
Can you name those?
No.
Because I would.
I'm not
I
allowed
would.
to.
Like if I think not a scorpion, but those slithery things.
Yeah, those.
That's
I don't
the
mention
perfect
those because
name.
you're You're my
I
business
I
partner.
don't do slithery things.
No.
We don't even say the name.
We dare not say the word.
I'm not a big fan of those slithery things.
Right.
Yeah.
Either.
Oh, you and I can be good friends.
Yeah.
Brad Friedman, tell our listeners where they can follow you on Twitter and kind of keep up with all the shenanigans of the Friedman group.
Oh, they could follow me on Twitter at Brad Friedman. Very easy.
At Brad Friedman, Friedman. Brad Friedman. Good. I love it. We got a fantastic show today. I am very excited. And by the way, we have just crossed over 400 fan brags on the contest, the fan bragging contest. Folks, if you have not participated in the fan bragging contest, what in the world is holding you up? It's free, right? Price is right. You get in, you get testimonials, 5-star ratings, and positive reviews.
And no
guaranteed.
Cockroaches.
And what?
No cockroaches.
No cockroaches.
No cockroaches. No negative reviews. No ickiness. Nothing.
Nope.
Only fun, fabulous stuff. 400 people have logged on to experiencepros.com to say something nice and help their favorites win the best in business. Brad, we're going to get you to fan brag today.
I did it last week when I heard about it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
See, that's all there is to it. You sign up for free. You fan brag about other people. You go out and ask people to fan brag for you by way of a vote to win best in category. If we don't have your category, we'll make it for you. Categories are us. That's kind of our motto. And
I tweet that.
right.
Categories are us.
There you go. It's our motto just as of right now. And why wouldn't you? It's going to be great. It does help your organic search in Google. We'll talk to Brad a little more about that during the show. Like I said, it's going to be a fantastic show coming up. And when we come back, we're going to talk about publishing. You know, everybody's got a book in them. We're going to talk about publishing and the value and or case for or against independent publishing. Coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Ugh. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out extremerelationshipmanagement.com for their next event. extremerelationshipmanagement.com.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros radio show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros radio show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Braggin Friday. The Experience Pros radio show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune into the Experience Pros radio show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
With world-class customer service, BizCard Express in Centennial is a full-service printing company specializing in signs, banners, and promotional items that make your business stand out. Graphic design services right on site make it easy for your product to be seen before it ever goes to print. No surprises. Call today, 303-771-2244. That's 303-771-2244. Or visit them online at printandpromos4biz.com. Guaranteed to meet or beat the price of any local printer. You can't go wrong with BizCard Express and Centennial. Call today, 303-771-2244.
Wake up with Randy Corcoran, early mornings at 5 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for hours. Sitting in with us, co-hosting in the third seat, Brad Friedman. Friedman Group, rocking all kinds of social media good stuff.
Thanks for having me this morning.
Absolutely.
Brad, have you written a book?
I have not. I've written a number of blog posts that hopefully I'm going to put into a book one day.
All right.
No books.
They say that you can do that. You take your blogs and turn them into a book. One of the things these days, we're seeing independent publishing become more and more popular. But the question is that just a little self-publishing thing? Is that for a hack, a hobbyist, or serious publishers? Can they go the independent publishing route and still be taken seriously? Well, we're going to ask our expert, Dr. Patricia Ross, an English professor by training. She's been editing and ghostwriting books since 2006 and been published since 2008. She's helped hundreds of authors bring their books to market, and she is president of the Colorado Independent Publishers Association. Dr. Ross, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Well, thank you, Eric and Angel. And Brad, it's really nice to be here.
Thanks. Glad you're here.
Dr. Ross, let me ask you this. How has the perception of indie publishing changed over the last few years? It certainly seems to have shifted the tide.
Absolutely. Even 5 years ago, when I first got into the publishing business, so I started my publishing business, Hugo House Publishers, in 2008, and it still wasn't accepted. It was still considered vanity publishing. You're paying to publish. That's so bad. Now, people recognize that only a very few people get a traditional publishing contract, or some people even know that, traditional publishing contracts aren't necessarily the best way to go because it takes so long to get book to market that they've gone the indie route. And so when you talk about, Angel, you asked, is it just for the hacks and the hobbyists or for serious people, who want to get their book out? The tide has changed. Bookstores, people are paying attention to indie published books.
I love that. And, and I keep reading the benefits of being an independent publisher, especially as you're building up your platform and your audience. And, it is a lot more profitable in many cases for the author. And it breaks my heart, Patricia, when I see, bookstores closing and really struggling with the e-book thing, the Kindles, the Nooks, the electronic version. Are we still printing books, or is it all ebooks now?
Oh, we're printing books. Our books run anywhere from 25% to 45% ebook sales. Our print books are still out in front of those. And I think that Bob Top at the Hermitage, and this is a piece of bookstore that's been down in Cherry Creek for 30 years, he said best to me. He says, Patricia, he says, ebooks haven't hurt our business. He says, in fact, it's helped because it has made more readers. So reading is still extremely relevant. And there's some people who like books and some people who love the ebook reader. I don't like the ebook reader. I still love to be able to open a book and feel the pages and know where something is in a book, because I can literally picture it on a page. You can't do that on an e-reader. But some people love e-readers. They're very convenient.
You know,
my kids love it. I think the younger generations like,
right.
Mom, I've got 100 books right here in my
and
pocket.
the Jetsons warned us of this. I remember that. So what do authors need to know about the different? You referenced the tide has changed, and there's a difference in publishing processes, and that not all publishers grant $1 million deals. I mean, I kind of read between the lines here, but what are some of the differences, and why should we pursue indie publishing?
The thing that I tell my members at CIPA, the Colorado Independent Publishers Association, the thing I tell my authors or authors who come to me at Hugo House is know what you're looking at. So what's the difference between self-publishing, print on demand, hybrid or partner publishing, and traditional publishing? So you're not going to get the $1 million deal. Traditionals are still giving out advances, but they're becoming less and less. And so, a guy that I've been talking to, he got an advance for his book, $2,500. He ended up not taking it. But when you go self-publishing, the quick rundown is you go self-publishing, you do everything. But there's lots of pitfalls and minefields in publishing. So print-on-demand companies started back in the 90s is when they became big. They facilitate self-publishing. Then you've got hybrid or partner publishers, which is what Hugo House is. And we've aligned ourselves closer to the traditional publishing market in that we're selective. We offer full wholesale back-end stuff, and we have marketing programs that are niched. That's the main difference. And then, of course, traditional, they do everything, but your royalty structure changes. So how much money you make dwindles as you go down that line.
Patricia, I think what is shocking for most authors who go that independent publishing route is the marketing of their book.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you think about the biggest misconception in the publishing world today is people think that traditional publishers market their book for the author.
Right.
Gone are the days when you get to be Joe Marnish from Little Women, sitting in your garret, eating your apples, writing. You don't get to do that anymore. You actually have to get out and market your book. So, Brad, you're sitting on here and you're the blogger. And I have some advice to give you about blogging and books.
Great.
But people need to get their book out. We found the two most impactful ways to market your book are word of mouth, and that's where social media comes in. But that's more of a PR. It's making you accepted as an author. You still have to get them to your website to be able to ask for the sale because it is a sales situation. But you can also get radio, any kind of ways to get you in front of the public. Radio and is very helpful, as well as reviews, and using those reviews effectively in your other marketing materials.
Well, this is good stuff. All right, so you have a tip for Brad and his blogging to become a book?
Yes, I do. It's fine to take your blogs and turn them into a book. Please do not just take your blogs and put them into a book. You need to put a narrative structure on it, meaning that you need to have a focus for them. You need to be able to find that guiding idea and still make it a book, not just a series of blogs. People used to do this with their newsletters. The big thing was, you can get a book done in 14 days. Just take your newsletters and put them in a book. But they were newsletters that were put in a book.
Yeah.
So they didn't have there was no cohesion to them. There wasn't a sense of flow. There wasn't any focus to it. And that's what's so important in writing.
Patricia, how do our listeners stay in touch with you and follow you?
They can find us at hugohousepublishers.com. And from there, they can follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. And they can also contact me directly because I love working with my authors. I left academia, but I missed my students. My authors become my students.
I love it. Dr. Patricia Ross with Hugo House Publishers, hugohousepublishers.com. Thanks for being our guest today, Patricia.
Well, thanks, Eric and Angel. It was lovely.
Very nice to have you. I left academia as well. But just leave it at that. Folks, we got a great next segment. Boy, I'll tell you what, you want to hear from our next guest. We're going to talk about different destinations around the world that you really should be traveling to, and it will be all brought to us by our friends over at Highlands Ranch Travel. Coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Hi, this is Eric, and I want to talk to you about my friends over at McDonald Volvo. This family-owned business has been delivering extreme customer service for almost 50 years right here in our neighborhood. With upfront worry-free pricing and super personalized service, your best car buying experience is at McDonald Volvo. General Manager Will Roughton is a great friend, and he wants to meet you personally. Call him at 303-738-4803. That's 303-738-4803, and tell him the pros sent you.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Your dental health is critical to your overall health, and Dr. Gary Wolfson of Wolfson Dental is ready to help you get healthy. Dr. Wolfson loves treating entire families and offers New Calm for patients with dental anxiety. He has vast experience with implants, crowns, and bridges, as well as cosmetic dental procedures. Schedule an appointment to meet Dr. Wolfson in January, where all new patients will receive a free $50 Park Meadows gift card. Wolfson Dental accepts most major dental insurance plans. Call today, 303-632-3622. That's 303-632-3622, or check them out at wolfsondental.com.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
The U.S. Postal Service wants to remind everyone this year to protect themselves from becoming victims of identity theft. Never give out passwords, PIN numbers, or account numbers. To learn more, visit www.consumer.gov/ncpw.
Haystack Help Radio can now be heard at noon weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. We do appreciate you for tuning in. We're going to Cabo, baby.
No, we're not.
We're not going to Cancun.
Yeah.
What did I just do?
Yeah, you did.
We're going to Cancun.
We're going to Cancun.
Can't help it. I was talking about both vacations.
On vacation. You know, I know these days you can go online, you can go on the internet, and you can do all this search, and there's all these like websites for bargains and deals and whatnot, yada, yada, yada. Don't do that to yourself. The time and energy you're going to spend trying to put together the perfect vacation can be made with one phone call to Highlands Ranch Travel. Their phone number 303-791-2311. And here to talk about our Cancun trip and some other fabulous destinations you might be thinking of for your next vacation is Terrell Lofgren from Highlands Ranch Travel. Terrell, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thanks, guys. Good morning.
Terrell, very nice having you with us. Brad is in here with us. We were just talking about Cancun and what an amazing vacation that is going to be. Can you give us a couple of highlights before we get to some of the other locations we're going to talk about?
Absolutely. The trip you guys are going on will be 7 nights at an all-inclusive. It's one whose philosophy is for you to do as little or as much as you want. Yeah, I think you probably have that down pretty good, Eric. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's got 6 a la carte restaurants. It's got an international buffet, a grill, a cafe with ice cream, 5 bars, and live music in the lobby bar, a swim-up bar. It's got poolside and beachside wait service, so you can find your spot and not have to move.
Insane.
We went last year to Cabo. You guys sent us to Cabo, and we did 3 days of not moving. We moved one of the days, but most of the days we did a whole lot of not moving. As entrepreneurs, we work hard and we play hard, and we vacation hard. And the fabulous Highlands Ranch Travel team has put together this vacation. We're leaving on April 25th. We're gone 7 nights, and the bargain price that you have got garnered for us
This includes airfare. This includes the Sunset Cruise and all of this, everything.
Everything. What is that price, Terrell?
The price on this is $1,694 per person. That's with double occupancy.
And so if they want to call and make a reservation, they can leave a deposit, right?
Absolutely.
$150?
And we'll get their name on the list and get them details as far as what else is due when. And then all they have to do is pack and be ready to go on April 25th.
Folks, we encourage you to sign up today. What's the phone number there, Terrell?
The phone number here is 303-791-2311.
And Tara, we've actually told our listeners we're going to teach our business course, Experience Pros University, and so their primary reason for going on this trip can be business, so they can write it off, which is even better. But they've got to call today and make their reservation. 303-791-2311. All right, so Tara, where's some other fabulous places we could be thinking of going this year?
Well, I'm going to give you a bit of a contrast from Cancun, at least at this time of the year. And I want to talk to you a little bit about going to Scandinavia.
Scandinavia?
Scandinavia.
That's where glaciers live.
Well, Scandinavia works year-round.
All right.
For contrast to your Cancun experience, we could send you to the Ice Hotel in northern Sweden.
Ooh.
There's probably people who really could get into that.
That sounds very romantic.
It's the 25th year that they've built the Ice Hotel. It melts every spring.
It does?
It does, and they start over, cutting the ice out of the river and rebuilding the hotel.
That's amazing.
Oh, and it's absolutely beautiful. And while you're there, you can go snowmobiling, you go dog sledding, you can go out and watch the northern lights. It's absolutely beautiful.
That would just be fascinating to say that you stayed in the Ice Hotel with the movie Frozen coming out, and like all of that. I bet you that would be... And it's warm in there, right? I mean, the igloos, they stay warm in there, right? It's not like freezing inside, right?
It's not uncomfortable. That you have a reindeer pallet on the bed that's made out of ice, so you're not laying on the ice. They provide you with a sleeping bag. If you are going for a romantic event, as they often do weddings there, they do have sleeping bags that zip together. And then you're awakened in the morning with hot lingonberry juice.
Ooh.
And you've got your boots, and it's nice and cozy in there. It's not bad at all.
Do they have a hot tub on site?
There is, but it's over with the warm traditional hotel.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I just think seeing the ice might make me feel chilly, but fascinating trip. So you booked trips to the Ice Castle or the Ice Hotel?
The Ice Hotel, absolutely. And the contrast is Scandinavia in the summertime. There's lots of hiking and biking. There's a number of amazing museums. Stockholm is an archipelago of 14 islands that are all connected with 57 bridges.
Wow.
So you can go to all these unique little islands that are all a part of the city.
And Santa gives up his reindeer from time to time?
Absolutely. And in Norway, we can actually send you up to where you can spend time with the reindeer.
Wow.
This is just fascinating. One of the things I love about when you work with a travel agent is they know all these little secrets and little tips and ideas and how to make the most of your trip. And they've got connections with people so they can just put together a fabulous package that's ideal and really customized for you. And you think you can do that on the internet, but you're going to spend so much time and energy. How do they get in touch with you, Terrell, to book their trip to anywhere?
They give us a call at 303-791-2311. And we have specialists for all over the world, so we'll get you to the specialist that can handle your interests best.
Well, you know, we sure love our relationship with Highlands Ranch Travel. And Terrell, you guys are just always rocking it. We encourage our listeners to pull over wherever you're driving right now and call 303-791-2311 and sign up for a trip to Scandinavia, or better yet, come to Cancun with us. $150 reserves your ticket, and get signed in, get locked up, and let's go. It's going to be so much fun.
It will be. You guys will have a blast.
Thanks so much for calling in today.
Take care. Thanks.
Absolutely. So Brad, tell me, do you go on vacation often? Because it was 12 years before I'd gone on a vacation since last year.
No, I don't get to vacation very often.
Not very often?
That's one of the downfalls of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Where's the last place you went on vacation?
Well,
can I ask that?
It's bad timing because I actually did just come back from a week in San Francisco with my daughter.
Good timing.
So that was, but I met with a client while I was there, so it wasn't totally vacation.
Oh yeah, I would get so busted for that.
Yeah, how much of it are you going to write off?
Well, I don't know.
Most of it?
We'll worry about that
You're
next.
an entrepreneur. You get to.
Yeah, you do. If you met with a client,
I did. I made sure I met with a client while I was there.
All right. Yeah, and the wise entrepreneur does. Well, we encourage you to check out our Cancun deal and jump in on that.
I'm going to do that.
You know, it's so much fun. Hey, listen, when we come back, we're going to actually put Brad in the hot seat. We're going to talk to him about his social media and inbound marketing process and practice. Coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Most small businesses have fewer than 5 online testimonials, and they're not always positive. In today's world, people always check the review sites before investing their time and money in a brand. Hi, this is Eric from the Experience Pros Radio Show, inviting you to get dozens, maybe hundreds of 5-star ratings and positive reviews just by participating in the Fan Bragging contest going on now through February 27th. Every vote is a positive review, and it's free to compete. You can win the best in your category. Sign up today at experiencepros.com. That's experiencepros.com.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. List That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. Lists That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
If you want to make a difference in the life of someone serving our country, if you really want to make a difference, the USO is how it's done. To find out how you can help, visit us at USO.org. The USO, until everyone comes home.
Hi, it's Dennis Miller, and an entertaining blend of politics and news of the day from my hopefully unique perspective. Plus, we'll have a red carpet list of celebrity guests who will grab and keep your attention. It's time well spent that you won't want back. It's that good. Listen for The Dennis Miller Show.
The Dennis Miller Show, weeknights at 10, right here on KLZ 560.
Ken Clark, Freedom 560. This afternoon at 1 on KLZ 560.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show again. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Sitting in as co-host with us is Brad Friedman, who is the president of the Friedman Group. But moreover, he's a social media and inbound marketing genius.
Says he's going to help you harness the power of the internet through inbound and social media marketing. It sounds so intense.
Wow.
Not except for when you say it.
Right? Well, then she drops down to that. I'm not sure what that voice is.
Oh, power. That's me. Like,
I know.
taking my
You're-
testosterone, harness the power.
Leave that to me.
Yeah, I can't.
Harnessing the power of the internet, it's Brad Friedman.
Oh,
Sunday.
Is that what you do?
That's what I do. I help you harness the power of the internet.
I love it. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the power of the internet. We're all online. We're all carrying our devices all over the place. But we're still, as small business, really struggling with how do we market on the internet, especially when it comes to that social media stuff. How do you answer that question for your clients?
Well, I think small businesses really need to be marketing on the internet. The one nice thing about inbound and social media marketing, I think, is that it really levels the playing field. Gives the small business owner the same chance as the big brands to get the word out and to get word of mouth marketing working for them.
Well, it is kind of neat when you go to a website and you see somebody's, website on there. If you've not met them in person, you really have no idea if they're just, somebody sitting in their basement in their yoga pants, or if a big major corporation. You can look pretty awesome online. I'm taller online too.
Right. I am too. I have hair.
Me too.
So if we can compete against the big boys and we can create this persona online, why aren't we?
Well, I think there's a lot of reasons for that, but the biggest one is time. Most of the business owners I talk to, the first thing they say to me is, I know I should be doing this, but I don't have the time. I don't have the resources. I don't have the staff. And that's sort of where we come in.
Brad, for years, we were slow to get on to the Web 2.0 train, if you will, the social media revolution. Once we got on, we embraced it wholeheartedly, and I wouldn't call ourselves leaders, but we've been very pleased with our results. That being said, this phrase inbound marketing was a new one to us about a year ago. What is inbound marketing, and why should our listeners care?
Sure. Well, inbound marketing it's really the process of bringing a warm, qualified lead into your sales funnel rather than reaching out to cold, sort of questionable targets. It's giving something away, some content away to somebody who's already found you and is already interested in you. So you get a name and you get an email address, and you can market to somebody who's already sort of bought into whatever it is that you're selling.
So I don't have to buy a list anymore?
You don't. No.
Right.
You go out there and make your own list.
Brad, do you ever advise somebody not to use social media marketing?
So I don't normally advise people not to use it, but I do advise people to use it strategically. So a lot of times people will call me up and say, oh, I need to have a Facebook page. And I'll ask them why. And we go in and we try to figure out exactly what you need. Not everybody needs a Facebook page. Not everybody can be on Instagram or Pinterest. You need to do it strategically so that you do it well.
I like it. I like it.
Brad, one of the things you know that we started our fan bragging contest, and that just launched last Monday, and our premise behind this is that he or she, the company with the most positive reviews, wins. The notion behind that is that people actually check review sites now before they buy anything. Can you give your opinion on that and either validate or set us straight?
Sure, no, that's absolutely true. I actually brought some statistics with me, hoping we could get to that today.
Nice.
So recommendations from peers influence 92% of all business-to-business buyers. 59% of people engage with people who are giving reviews, and millennials especially. They want to know what their peers think. They will do 6 or 8 review sites before they make a decision, and you got to figure if a millennial's coming to you to do business, they've already made up their mind.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they've gone. They've checked you out. I think, Brad, I'm always fascinated when we talk about websites and online marketing. How naive I think people really are to the concept. They say, nobody's checking my website. It's all word of mouth marketing. Nobody's looking at me online. And
everybody's looking at you online. Before they meet you, they're at least doing a Google search. And when they do their Google search, the first thing that's going to come up is your LinkedIn profile. Right. So you got to have that LinkedIn profile already, because there's no question that at a minimum, people are using Google to look you up.
I interrupt this to let you know that I had 2 fried eggs and a yogurt today for breakfast.
Sorry to hear that.
All right, so
hope you didn't put that on social media.
That's what that's what I'm supposed to post, right?
No, you're supposed to post something that adds value to my day. I don't care what you had for breakfast.
Oh.
All right, so these days, I think people are going to the Facebook to they've got an agenda. They're shaming, other people. If you didn't do what I wanted you to do, I'm going to go on Facebook and tell somebody you parked in the wrong spot, or you brought the wrong kind of lunch. We're going to shame you on Facebook.
Right.
And so is there still a place then for us as entrepreneurs, the business side of it, to still play in that conversation if it's all about, personal and gossip and shaming stuff?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, I think that as business owners, we need to stay focused, get our message out. Like I said, add value to the people that are following us, and work on that word of mouth marketing, try to get those reviews and get people to be talking about our business instead about what they had for breakfast.
All right.
FriedmanSocialMedia.com. That's FriedmanSocialMedia.com. Will partner with you in your social media and social marketing efforts, your inbound marketing efforts. Tell us a little more. What can we expect to learn from this website?
Well, you're going to learn from the website all the different things we do, the way that we develop strategies and form partnerships with our clients, the kind of services we provide on SEO and building websites and different profiles and pages on social media. It's all there.
It's all there. I like this on your front page. You say, think about this. The longer you wait to jump into inbound and social media marketing, the further behind your competition you fall. And I think that's a valuable statement, Brad. We think, well, we can always get to it later. I'm not doing it today, but really, what's the big deal? I'll get to it when I get to it. But our competition is getting there now, right?
Right. They're there. They are there. They're leaving you in the dust.
Not only that, your customers are there, and go where your customers are.
Right.
That's Business 101.
That's the key.
720-248-8185. Again, 720-248-8185. Call Brad and his team. Let's get things going. FriedmanSocialMedia.com. Brad, thanks for being here. Thanks for answering some questions. We may have some more questions throughout the next couple hours. Is that all right?
Great. Thanks.
Fantastic. That's Brad Friedman with the Friedman Group. We'll be back after these messages with more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you are doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
There's only one place on the dial for you to share your stories of great customer service, and that's Fan Braggin' Friday on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Every Friday, the phone lines are open for you to call and tell the world who's getting it right in business. Call 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Braggin' Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel, and then tell the world about Fan Braggin' Friday.
Your largest asset is your home, and when your home needs help, Hocoa Denver is your best friend. The Homeowners of America purpose, promptly matching your service requests with approved contractors, and then following up to guarantee the job was done right. Utilities, appliances, remodeling, painting, from bricks to fencing, floors to patios, Hocoa has you covered. Become a member for the equivalent of only $4 a month. $4! Hocoa, serving homeowners with care. 303-906-2643. That's 303-906-2643.
Hi, it's Dennis Miller inviting you to join me for an entertaining blend of politics and news of the day from my hopefully unique perspective. Plus, we'll have a red carpet list of celebrity guests who will grab and keep your attention. It's time well spent that you won't want back. It's that good. Listen for The Dennis Miller Show.
The Dennis Miller Show, weeknights at 10, right here on KLZ 560.
John Rush during the afternoon rush. Today at 3 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Again, thank you for to Brad Friedman, who is sitting in with us, co-hosting the broadcast. Brad, it's a privilege having you in the studio with us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Hey, have you signed up for the contest yet? The Fan Braggin' Contest is well underway. And if you are a business owner, you know somebody who would benefit from not just dozens, but maybe even hundreds of 5-star ratings and reviews. Experience Pros website is now considered a review site on the Google, and that means that Google is interpreting those votes for that business as 5-star ratings and reviews.
And hundreds of 5-star ratings and reviews have come in. We've only been hosting this contest for 1 week. We launched it last Monday. And hundreds of fan brags and reviews. When we talk about Fan Braggin' Friday and getting people to call in and say something nice, and you're looking for those testimonials, you're always trying to get your customers to write those testimonials for you. Well, they are flocking to the Experience Pros website to say something nice about their favorites in business.
It's free. And maybe that's one of the things I always think to myself, why wouldn't you? If you have a business, why wouldn't you sign up and get your business represented on the Extreme Customer Service Directory, known far and wide for our members, vetting them with a 16-step vetting process about their customer service. That's the
same thing, though, Eric. There's so many things that people can do online. We can sign up for all these different social media sites.
Yes.
Play on Google Plus. We can be on Instagram. Snapchat. There's always something new.
Pinterest bring into the business,
right? But here's the thing: it's something new. And it's something now I have to stop what I'm doing. Is it really going to be worthwhile?
Instagram making your cash register go cha-ching?
Could be.
Just asking.
You never know.
You never know. But I know this. I know that people are searching reviews, and we just got done talking about that, Brad. And the fact of the matter is, there is no such thing as a 3-star, 2-star, or 1-star rating on our contest, on our directory. You know why? Because it's called a fan brag. It's not a fan neutral. It's not a fan complaint. It's a fan brag.
Businesses need to take advantage of that. It's going to help them in a lot of ways.
Oh my goodness, I just can't. So you sign up for free, and we admit it is a no frills listing. You get your name, get your address, but it allows you to do 2 things: give and receive fan brags. That's the thing that makes the world go round in the Google SEO. Now, you want your logo. You want it linked to your website so that you can actually see some traffic benefit from that. You want to make sure that you can give an accurate account of exactly how many eyes have been on your brand and how many eyes have opened your listing and how many people have clicked through to your website. We've got membership levels from $600 to $900 to $1,500 for an entire year. Hello.
What a deal.
It's a good deal.
It is. We're going to take really good care of you. You can read the testimonials on our website for the companies that are participating and playing along. But some fan brags that have come in, it's so nice. It is so easy to say something nice. We say kindness is so simple. You're giving somebody a 20-second kiss. And so you're going to rank those fan brags. You're going to give somebody a 4 or 5-star review. And if your favorite companies aren't listed yet in the Extreme Customer Service Directory, you can nominate them.
I found one. It's got by a guy named Brad. I think it's our Brad. I'm pretty sure it's about Adam Smith and Core Real Estate Finance Group, Colorado Real Estate Financial Group. And he says this: Colorado Real Estate Finance Group rocks.
You said you did.
Right? Adam knows how to provide the customer service we all hope for. He treats us right before, during, and after he provides the mortgage or financing needed for that home or commercial product. Every couple months after your deal closes, Adam's on the phone checking in to see how you're doing. He is the best.
He is.
Right?
Okay, so how's it feel to go online and write something, a review like that in public?
It's great. It's great. It's a nice thing to do, and it's true. And I think people need to be doing that more because it helps those businesses do well.
And it does. Right now they're all competing. We have several hundred companies competing to be named best in their category.
Right.
And so there is a deadline, February 27th, the last day for the contest. So you can fan brag all year round, but we want to help our favorites win the best in business. We had Dennis actually wrote in a fan brag for the Connecting Experts. He says the Connecting Experts have helped our business immensely. As a new business, we really need help in getting some of our first sales. The Connecting Experts provided that help. Our biggest sales to date have been a direct result of participating at the events hosted by the Connecting Experts. Their support of our business has been above and beyond what we expected, and we're grateful for the opportunity to work with them. Now, if you are looking at the Connecting Experts and you're trying to decide, do I participate in one of her business expos? And you read a testimonial like that someone says, I'm trying to get my business off. I'm looking for this visibility. Some of my biggest sales have come directly from connections here, and you're on the fence.
Right.
Do you think that'll push over?
Absolutely. I mean, I think the most important part of that is you've got to know that people are looking for those things before they do business with you.
Yeah, absolutely right. And in a world where in many cases, Brad, you know that it can be dog eat dog. And we have this word competition. And here at Experienced Pros, we kind of bristle against the whole notion of competition. We'd rather have co-opetition, right? It's a great big world. There's lots of people out there. There's no shortage of customers. So why not help one another? A fan brag comes in from Drew from Call to Action Alliance, who is also competing in the same category as the person he's fan bragging about. Check this out. He's talking about.
I just love him already.
There you go.
He gets it.
He really does.
Enough business for all of us.
Drew Shockley, calltoactionalliance.com. You can find out more information about him, but he says this about Donna Galassi at bluezenith.com. Both of them competing for the same spot on the fan bragging contest. Drew writes this about his competitor? No, his friend. This website alone is testament to the mad skills of Donna Galassi of Blue Zenith. I know how complicated such a website is to pull together and satisfy the needs of all the stakeholders. Hats off to you, Donna. Plus, her reputation is without blemish. Ask anyone around Experienced Pros, and they have nothing but rave reviews. She's earned every bit of the hype by blending an effective mix of digital marketing to help her clients and companies thrive. That coming from a competitor who's competing for the same spot. Classy, classy, classy.
Well, and I think when you take the time to write a review about somebody else, your brand follows. It says something about the type of person you are as well. And I think there's so much negative and icky out there that when you go online and you see Drew writing these fan brags, not only for people he's done business with, but for somebody that's in the same category, I think it elevates the character just from reading those reviews.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm a big fan of Zig Ziglar, and he was well known for talking about doing nice things, saying nice things about other people, and how that comes back to benefit you.
You bet. Help enough other people get what they want, and what you want comes.
Absolutely.
We talk about that, and we quote Zig Ziglar all the time, but Drew did it.
Yeah,
he's walking the walk.
He's walking the walk. Yeah, absolutely. And I hope that people call him and check him out at calltoactionalliance.com, because he is also phenomenal at what he does. Amir wrote in about Altitude Payroll, says, I've been using Altitude Payroll for my locksmith business for about a year, and I'm very satisfied with the service and price. It's great not having to worry about dealing with the payroll and the peace of mind that comes knowing that everything is handled by such a reliable company. It's priceless. Highly recommend them to any business that's looking for a great payroll service. There you have it. Fan bragging.
A pick me up in your day. Just go and read the fan bragging stories and the reviews that people are taking the time to post. And that's the thing, is they're taking time out of their day, stopping what they're doing, getting taking the focus off of me, and saying, do some business with some people I like to do business with.
Absolutely.
I've got a fan brag for Sandra Shaler. She's with Equity Accent Real Estate Team, Equity, Colorado. And the fan brag from Alex says, Sandra is a true professional that is completely dedicated to her buyers and sellers. She was an absolute pleasure to work with and made the home buying process easy and fun. I would definitely recommend her to anyone who's in the market to buy or sell a home. Easy peasy.
Right.
Like just saying something nice, putting their name out there, helping them win. And you can vote for your favorites by adding a fan brag, going to experiencepros.com.
It's very, very easy. Sign up for free if you're a business. And if you just want to give fan brags, if you just want to help businesses, you can do that as well at experiencepros.com. Just set up a user account, start fan bragging, and it's that good.
All right, we got to get you on the listing too, Brad. So you can start fan bragging about your mad radio host skills.
There you go. There you go. All right, that's the Friedman Group and Friedman FriedmanSocialMedia.com. FriedmanSocialMedia.com. Hey, we have to take a quick top of the hour break, station ID and whatnot. But Brad, will you hang out with us for another hour?
You bet.
Fantastic. Folks, don't go anywhere. Another hour of positive business talk coming up next. You're listening to The Experienced Pros.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
The Dennis Miller Show, tonight at 10 on KLZ 560.
Business by the pool? You betcha. The Experience Pros Radio Show is going to be broadcasting live from Cancun, Mexico in April, and we'll be hosting Experience Pros University. We could use a few folks to interview on the radio, so come with us. It's a tax-deductible business trip. Book your sun-filled seminar today by calling Highlands Ranch Travel at 303-791. We're staying at the Dream Sands Resort and Spa for a full week for only $1,700 a person. We leave April 25th and only $150 reserves your place. So call and book your trip now. 303-791-2311.
Hi, I'm Ivan, and I'm a firefighter. One of the resources we use to notify you of a threat to life or property, such as wildfire, flood, or police action, is the Emergency Notification Service. You need to register your mobile or landline phone so we know what number to call. To find a link to your local service, go to 911colorado.org. That's 911colorado.org. This message is brought to you by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and your local station.
KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver. Listen live at KLZ560radio.com. KLZ 560, a Crawford Broadcasting God and Country station.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm Chris Barnes. Northeast U.S. cities bracing for what could be a snowstorm of historic proportions. We get an update on that in a moment. First, the Secret Service describing a device that crashes on the White House grounds overnight as a 2-foot quadcopter. A spokesman for President Obama saying it poses no threat, but the discovery does put the White House on lockdown for a while.
A suspicious device turning up on the White House lawn in the middle of the night, and now a Secret Service investigation.
There is a device that has been recovered by the Secret Service at the White House. The early indications are that it does not pose any sort of ongoing threat right now to anybody at the White House.
White House spokesman Josh Earnest claims it's a drone and that it doesn't pose a threat to anyone inside. President Obama and the First Lady not home. They're in India.
That's the Blaze Radio's Robin Walensky. New Jersey's Republican Governor Chris Christie taking his first official step so far towards a presidential bid next year, launching an organization that will allow him to raise money for such a campaign. The Republican not expected to announce a final decision until spring, but he was clearly testing the waters in Iowa over the weekend, telling the conservative crowd at the Iowa Freedom Summit.
Now let me ask you this. If I was too blunt, too direct, too loud, and too New Jersey for Iowa, then why do you people keep inviting me back?
The New Jersey governor among the governors in Northeast states, Republican and Democrat, today telling their state residents to prepare for a serious blizzard later today and tonight, and for New England well into tomorrow.
The blizzard bearing down on the Northeast, leading to more than 3,000 flight cancellations. A flight tracking website called FlightAware.com saying more than 1,700 flights today and another 1,500 tomorrow have been canceled.
The Blaze Radio's Greg Moore. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network. Truth lives here.
You've been listening to the Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560.
Grassroots Radio Colorado with Chris Cook, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. Sitting in with us, the Friedman Group, FriedmanSocialMedia.com. Brad, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. Hey, I told you I was concerned when your husband, Angel, decided to take up becoming a pilot.
I know my husband has been taking flight lessons. He's actually getting ready to do his solo, I think, next week.
Maybe not.
I'm so excited for this.
Maybe not.
We're going to be flying around. I'm going to be calling in. I'm going to say, Eric, I'm sorry I can't make it to work today. And he's going to say, why not? Because I'm in San Francisco.
No.
Because I'm in Albuquerque.
You get on that
I'm
plane
in
and you and I have
Chicago.
issues.
You're just going to have to get over it. You're just going to have to just suck it up because I can't wait.
Wow. You used that voice. I don't know what to say about that.
What's the problem?
Small plane parachutes.
I'm going to learn how to land the airplane.
So, stop it. Now you're pushing buttons, and that's not going to go well. Small plane parachutes to safety because small plane was going to crash.
You know, those things, they like float.
With a parachute, everything floats. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I should be wearing a parachute. Is that what you're telling me?
You should be wearing multiple. Stay on the ground.
I can't get places. I can't get to
you
anywhere
can.
In the ground.
Have a pilot with thousands of hours of flight experience. Jay, I love you, man. I'm not saying this about you.
Eric is pretty freaked out about my husband getting his
and it's not about
license.
Jay. It's really not so much about Jay.
I'm going
It's
to go
about
up in the
small
plane,
planes.
and he thinks I'm going to die. But here's the thing, like,
it's not the Experience Pro show.
God knows my day, and if it's my day, it's my day.
Yeah, your day needs to happen decades from now.
And it probably
sitting
will.
in this seat.
Decades from now.
Sitting in this seat. Safe.
You can find me here.
12 stories above the ground. That's it.
How are we going to get to Cancun?
We're going to fly with the guy who used to fly in Vietnam.
So you just don't think he has enough experience? MacGyver.
It's not. I know he's MacGyver. He can fix anything with chewing gum and baling wire and duct tape. I know.
And last night he
the
had
problem is
to.
we don't want him to have to fix anything.
We had our hot water heater busted last week. We're watching
those
a movie.
can explode and take your roof
watching
off.
a movie, and they're sailing in the movie.
Sail.
And I'm hearing water.
Takes me away.
I'm like, is that like a sound effect from the movie? Like,
You do have really cool surround
we have
sound.
surround sound. So is that like, what is that? Is it? And it had been raining, so it sounds like pouring water, but it seemed like the scene had moved on, and I'm still hearing pouring water. Like, can you mute that?
Yeah.
Sure enough, there's my husband to the rescue.
Hey, he is MacGyver, and I love him. And here's the thing: if you must get on the plane with that man and fly above the sky, then I beg you, fly in a plane that has a plane parachute. Okay?
Plane parachute.
I'm not joking about this. Fly in a plane that has a plane parachute, like the Coast Guard District 14 Hawaii just rescued a Cirrus SR-22 plane because it had to deploy its parachute because the plane broke in midair and chewing gum and duct tape didn't fix it. So please, I'm begging you.
I know that you're very worried about me,
I
and this
am.
is a really a
I'm
primal fear
worried about both y'all.
for Eric, and so I'm not trying to make
I
light
think you
of your
are.
fears. I'm
Kind
really
of.
not.
You just took a stab at me.
It's not going to change what I'm doing, but I don't want to freak you out. I really don't. I want you to be comfortable with it. I'll see about the parachute thing.
Brad Friedman's in the studio.
Brad, are you a pilot?
I'm not.
Good boy, that would have been.
But I have family members
been the
that
icing
are,
on the cake.
and I know that they won't let him up alone unless he's qualified to go. So
yeah,
chill.
I know he's been taking lessons and classes and workshops, and he's been in he did some really cool lessons in the
Stay
flight
tuned to the
simulator.
video because I'm going to show Brad what chill looks like. We got a great show for you. Don't go anywhere. More business talk, positive business talk on the Experience Pros Radio Network after this.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
The Fan Braggin contest has begun, and now you get to play along. It's like Fan Braggin Friday on Go-Go Juice. Hundreds of companies are competing to be named the best in business, and your votes, your fan brags, could help them win. Go online to experiencepros.com and start fan bragging today. We made it easy. Find your favorite business and click Add a Fan Brag. The person who fan brags the most wins a free trip for two to the Ritz-Carlton in Beaver Creek, courtesy of Highlands Ranch Travel. Remember to fan brag for them, too.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Braggin' Friday. The Experienced Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
I'll never forget that moment.
Never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
It started with a phone call.
I got the text when I was at work.
My first call ever as a member of the National Guard. This was it, the real deal.
When we got to the armory, they briefed us on the wildfires, while they were getting dangerously close to homes.
It was amazing to be a part of this massive operation. Helicopters were going up with huge buckets to drop water on the fires. Some of the guys in the unit were preparing for firefighting with local fire crews.
We went out in Humvees to help with the evacuations.
At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com. Discover what it means to be a citizen soldier, to serve locally as well as globally. Look into the benefits, including career skills and money for college. Take a moment. Go to NationalGuard.com today.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard. Aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
At highway speeds, the average text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. That's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Stop texts, stopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Haystack Help Radio can now be heard at noon weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Penny Lane, there is a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to know. And all the people that come and go, stop and say hello.
Penny Lane. Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for hours. Brad Friedman hanging in, co-hosting. Brad, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
And we're going to talk to our favorite Penny Lane, Penny Brendan with the Connecting Experts, hosting a fantastic business expo coming up this week. Penny, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thanks for having me. It's an awesome day to be here.
Give us a big woohoo.
Woohoo!
I love it.
Penny, we read you shared a fan brag this morning or recently for Katie and Grace over at Pure Communications. And when Eric and I read it, it is just perfect Penny style. Penny. It is so you. You've got to go online, look up Pure Communications. You hear the excitement and enthusiasm in your voice, and excitement and enthusiasm follows you wherever you go, Penny.
Well, I appreciate that. I really try to make that happen.
So talk to us about this this business expo. You have such a cool thing going with the Connecting Experts and the vendors there. They all love you. They all rave about you. We just read a fan brag about you from one of your vendors. What's going on and how can people get involved?
So I am going to be doing the Experienced Pros, or that's you guys.
That's okay.
Oh, geez,
it's Connecting
right.
Experts.
Yeah, Connecting Experts.
They're virtually identical.
That's it. At Iron Tribe Fitness Center off of Broadway and County Line, just a little bit north of there. And there will be 40 businesses participating in that, showcasing their product and service. And it's like an after hours networking trade show. And then everybody kind of invites their friends and family and sphere to come. And it's not like your normal trade show where you stand behind your table. We actually push the tables up against the wall so you can't sit behind your table, and there are no chairs.
Wow.
You know what? I remember, Penny, I went to an event and walked through it, and there were people sitting down doing crossword puzzles, knitting, not engaging at all. And I'm sure those same people left the event going, yeah, I didn't get any business from that. That didn't work for me. Well, you eliminate that right off the bat with the way you set up the room and create that party atmosphere.
I do. And, we have all been to an event where we're walking around that trade show and someone's texting, or there's two people at the table and they're talking to each other. And, I grab people and walk them around and ask them who they're looking for. And, my A team is there.
Yeah.
And I introduce them to some awesome people. And that's when that magic happens, is when you get them out of their comfort zone a little bit and really introduce them to some good people, and they have to engage.
One of the things I love about the Connecting Experts and the shows that you guys put on, those business expos that you put on, is it's not so large that you get lost, right? But you also it's B2B. You take those vendors who set up their wares and their tables and whatnot, but you introduce them to one another even before the doors open to the public.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's open to the public. So the public can come in and see what these businesses are doing in their community, but also those vendors you find do business with each other.
Absolutely. And, people always ask me, oh, well, is it B2B or is it B2C?
Yes.
And I say it's B2B and B2C and P2P, people to people.
Oh, all right. I thought for a second you said PP. All right. Well, I love this. Again, it is at Iron Tribe Fitness. The date is Thursday, January 29th.
Absolutely.
Right, from 4 to 7 p.m. Iron Tribe Fitness, 8081 South Broadway. It's the intersection of Broadway and County Line, just to the north of that. And is it free for people to attend?
It is. It's free for the public to come and check it out and bring some business cards and do some networking and have some great food and wine tasting and lots of fun.
8081 South Broadway is the address for Iron Tribe Fitness. It's at Highlands Ranch, Littleton area, right off of County Line. Iron Tribe Fitness. The connectingexperts.com is the website to check it out. How many vendors are going to be there this week?
We have 40, yes.
Nice.
All
Very
right.
nice.
And Penny, you do events throughout the year.
I do.
Now, if this one is closed as far as vendors go, are there other ways to get involved with you?
Absolutely, there are. We have another event that's going to be coming up in March, and all of that information is on the website. So
that website is
www.theconnectingexperts.com.
theconnectingexperts.com. And is there a phone number people can ask questions?
Absolutely, 303-220-0366.
Do that one more time, Penny.
303-220-0366.
All right. Well, this event is this week, this Thursday at Iron Tribe Fitness. Meet 40 different vendors. Come and build your business. Come and connect. Have the most fun. If you're looking for a way to just have more people see who you are, I think a lot of times we think, if I could just show somebody, if I could just meet them, I could turn them into a potential customer. Well, what a great way to shake hands and meet and greet in a really fun, relaxed atmosphere. I think a lot of times when we go to networking events, it's like speed dating. Whereas at a vendor event, you can take your time and hang out and really ask some really interesting questions. The people visiting and the people showcasing. If you want to see the fan brags for the Connecting Experts and what her customers think about doing business with her, make sure you check her out on the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory. Read the fan brags. We read one just before we took to the commercial break about you, Penny. And I'll tell you what, everybody who's done a Connecting Experts event signs up to do another one. And I think that's fabulous for your reputation.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I so appreciate being here.
We love being a sponsor. It's good stuff. Folks, please don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to talk about the 5 steps you can take to scale your business. You know you need this. You built the business. Now let's ramp it up. We'll teach you that on the other side of these messages.
The Experienced Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencedpros.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Hi, this is Eric, and I want to talk to you about my friends over at McDonald Volvo. This family-owned business has been delivering extreme customer service for almost 50 years right here in our neighborhood. With upfront worry-free pricing and super personalized service, your best car buying experience is at McDonald Volvo. General Manager Will Roughton is a great friend, and he wants to meet you personally. Call him at 303-738-4803. That's 303-738-4803, and tell him the pros sent you.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experienced Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out extremerelationshipmanagement.com for their next event. extremerelationshipmanagement.com.
Your dental health is critical to your overall health, and Dr. Gary Wolfson of Wolfson Dental is ready to help you get healthy. Dr. Wolfson loves treating entire families and offers NuCalm for patients with dental anxiety. He has vast experience with implants, crowns, and bridges, as well as cosmetic dental procedures. Schedule an appointment to meet Dr. Wolfson in January, where all new patients will receive a free $50 Park Meadows gift card. Wolfson Dental accepts most major dental insurance plans. Call today, 303-632-3622. That's 303-632-3622, or check them out at wolfsondental.com.
The doctor called and you could use a little more vitamin C. I'm talking ocean, seaside, water, and sun. This is Angel, and Eric and I want you to join us on our 2nd annual trip to Mexico. This time, we're going to the Dream Sand Resort and Spa in Cancun. You'll get a full week of sea, pool, and ultimate luxury. The trip is April 25th through May 2nd, and the best part, only $1,700 per person. Call Highlands Ranch Travel to book your trip with us. 303-791-2311. 303-791-2311, and pack up for your vitamin C.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Wake up with Randy Corcoran. Early mornings at 5 on KLZ 560.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Music is a world within itself, with a language we all understand.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Welcome to the revolution and how people treat people in business. Sitting in with us, Brad Friedman, the Friedman Group, FriedmanSocialMedia.com. And Brad, we were talking in the commercial break that you were interested in this next topic that we're going to bring here: the 5 simple steps to scaling your business. What's your interest in that?
Well, being a small business owner like I am, I always feel like I'm on the verge of getting to be a bigger business, and I'm always worried about how I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
How I'm going to absorb the cost of hiring people and all the costs that are associated with growth. So scalability is a big issue for me all the time.
And you're not alone, Brad. We get a lot of people who come to us and they're worried that their business is going to grow too fast if they work with us. And yet I think that, the doors open as we need them to open.
Right.
So as we are growing, the opportunities that we need to expand, I think they show up at the same time.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, we were at an event over the weekend, and somebody again reiterated something that always catches my attention, Brad. As small business owners, we're talking about scalability. We're thinking about how we can grow to the next level, right? And that seems to be the goal. We want to grow our business. We need more clients. We need more revenue, right? That seems
absolutely.
At what point do we grow our small business into the place that everybody in small business who hates big business, we become that which we hate? You think about that for a minute. That's a deep thought. You don't have to answer that right away. But we got this guy who we heard saying, I support small businesses and keep them away from the dreaded big business conundrum. And I'm like, what? Don't we want to be successful?
I remember one summer my kids asking me something about, Mom, do you hate big businesses? And I don't. I love what big business is doing to pave the way for small business. They've got the R&D, they've got the marketing. There's a lot we can learn from them. And isn't really the goal not to always work? I don't know, maybe it is. We can't always work in our slippers and at home and be this mega conglomerate. There's got to be there's got to be a balance.
Apple started in the garage. Microsoft started in the garage. Several bands that I love to follow.
Someday I want my name on a building.
Hello.
But then we will be the enemy of which everybody else is saying do business small.
Not necessarily. It depends on how you run that business.
I do believe there is something to that statement right there. Eric Holtzclaw wrote an article in Inc.com on the 5 steps to scaling your business. The first step, he says, is think about the value you're delivering, not the hours it takes you to do so. What do you think?
Well, I think that we have to get out of that trading time for dollars, and it's an hourly rate mentality, because we are absolutely limited into what we can do and how far we can grow, how many people we can serve, and how much money we can make if we're trading time for dollars.
Yeah.
Or that hourly thing. If it's an hourly rate, you will be stuck, and you think, well, at some point, I'm going to make $1 million an hour. Well, you can only work so many hours. You will be capped off no matter what.
Well, and it also has to do with the value you're delivering. As you get better at providing your product or service, you're going to deliver it faster with greater accuracy. This efficiency is not necessarily a reason to offer a lower price, but it may in fact be a reason to increase your prices, because it's all about the value driven in the market. Second step, find ways to cut costs. And everybody said, amen.
Well, we're always looking, I think, for ways to cut costs in a lot of those regular expenses. It's really easy to spend more. There's always something to spend more money on. A new idea, a new technology, upgrading this, more that. We're always going to have things that we can spend money on. I think as a small business, as we're trying to be scalable, to keep our overhead just in check.
the downside is, I remember in our first probably 3 years of business, all revenue went back into building the business and growing the business because it needed to be. We needed to invest in it.
Right.
And I think in those early years, we think that we get to keep it all, but we don't.
Yeah, let me know how that works out for you.
No, you're reinvesting it.
Yeah, so find ways to cut costs. The next step, and I agree with this 100%, is create packages or levels that allow your customer to determine where they want to fit in your sales cycle.
I think we all recognize the value of packaging and adding more to it. You're getting people to buy more, get those repeat sales by packaging and bundling up. What I thought was interesting is you read the trends and say, well, if you offer 3 packages, your low end, your mid price, and your high end, that everybody will go for the middle. We did not find that to be true in our business. Brad, have you ever done anything like that?
Yeah, I've done some packaging, and I haven't found that to be true.
I haven't found that to be true.
Well, you know what we found to be true, which actually surprised us, was people bypassed the low end, they bypassed the middle level, and they almost all of them jumped into the high end, which I
put a lot of thought into that
right.
low middle thing, and they all just jumped into the high one. I don't want to be that.
Some people would come back and say, well, clearly, Eric and Angel, you are offering too much in your high end, and for not enough money, you should increase your rates, which we are not really looking to do, at least no time soon, because go ahead.
We keep tweaking. We keep tweaking.
Maybe you've just found the right sweet spot.
And I think that we did. We know our client. We know what they're looking for. We put a lot of time and energy into it. I just, because of what I was told, was surprised how few people actually took that middle option.
Step 4, create a recurring revenue. If you have ever logged into Facebook, you have seen the Dollar Shave Club ads.
I've never seen the Dollar Shave Club ads.
You've never seen the Dollar Shave Club ads?
No, I get other ads, but no, I've not ever. Apparently, it's okay for Angel to be hairy, according to my Facebook ads. According to.
All right. Back to Dollar Shave Club. They did a great job because, what do they have? They've got a built-in recurring cycle. You get every week, or every month, I should say, you get 4 blades. Every month. I do not, but I know several people who do.
Yeah, I do too. It's like $10 a month or something for 4 blades.
Yep. And for those of us who use razors, apparently not Angel, that's a great... Oh!
I'm hairy all over.
Stop it! This is a family
See my mustache
show.
too?
Thank you guys for having me. I'll be exiting.
I'll be going with
stage
you.
left.
Stop it!
I know the new trend is to color that hair.
Stop it! I'm gonna see if I can get my mustache to grow.
We're leaving that all.
I'm gonna have a pink one.
Oh my gosh! Look what you have done. All right. Finally, if you want to make your business scalable, because you can have hairy growth in your business, establish key business partnerships. I'm sure we'll find a number for Angel.
You don't like?
No, I don't like it at all. I prefer you not discuss this.
You don't even know.
I
You don't even know. I could tell you anything. I could tell you anything, and you just wouldn't even know whether or not it's true or not. Just because I don't get the Dollar Shave Club advertisement doesn't mean anything. But you thought it would, so I just thought I'd take you there. How's it feel? How's it feel when you put something out there and we go down the icky path that you wanted? It doesn't feel good, does it? Remember that the next time you do that to me.
Yeah. Your smile says you're not so interested in teaching me a lesson. 5 simple steps to scaling your business. If you'd like to revisit this conversation, I recommend checking out the article instead by Eric Holtzclaw in Inc.com. Hey, when we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
The doctor called and you could use a little more vitamin C. I'm talking ocean, seaside, water, and sun. This is Angel, and Eric and I want you to join us on our second annual trip to Mexico. This time, we're going to the Dream Sand Resort and Spa in Cancun. You'll get a full week of sea, pool, and ultimate luxury. The trip is April 25th through May 2nd, and the best part, only $1,700 per person. Call Highlands Ranch Travel to book your trip with us. 303-791-2311. 303-791-2311. And pack up for your vitamin C.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. List That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. List That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
I'm John Walsh. I'm Ed Smart. When a child is abducted, time is critical.
That's why Amber Alert is so important. The public is notified when a child is abducted.
It's a partnership between broadcasters, law enforcement, transportation, and you.
Thanks for making Amber Alert happen.
It's time for What's Going On with Jim Smith. The following discussion will cover general financial topics. It is not meant to provide individual advice, nor is it meant to provide specific recommendations with regard to products or strategies. General tax information may be discussed, but it is not meant to be tax or legal advice. The listeners should consult their own financial, tax, and legal advisors regarding their particular situation. James Smith is a licensed financial professional who is appointed by multiple companies to sell insurance and financial products. However, the views expressed during this discussion are solely his own or the views of the hosts of the Experience Pros radio show. Not all products and or features, if discussed, including benefits and riders, may be available in all states. James Smith offers securities as a registered representative of Pruco Securities, LLC, Pruco member SIPC. And now it's time for What's Going On with Jim Smith on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Jim Smith is in the house. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, man?
You guys are out of control this morning.
No, it's just Angel.
Just Angel. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I've been listening.
And so
You're gonna fly.
This is all him. Jim, I'm so
I
glad you're
got it.
here, bringing some stability to my day.
We try to do that every week, just a little stability.
Right.
I
And
need
Brad
you.
Friedman is joining us, co-hosting
Brad,
the show
hey.
today, and very nice to have all y'all here.
You bet.
Jim, let's go back and talk just a bit about what happened last week.
Well, last week was our first week on the air, and we really enjoyed our time. And by the way, kudos for your Fan Brag event last weekend. It was minus 32 degrees and ice, and we had a big turnout. You guys did a great job.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for inviting us. We asked people to call in if they had any questions. Specifically last week, we were talking about life insurance.
Right.
And, ironically, we had some clients actually call in, and they had some questions about teeing up, making sure the beneficiaries were correct. So that's what we do. We can answer the questions that you, the listener, might have about your insurance or investment needs with myself or one of my reps.
All right.
And that phone number, if you have any questions at all about this topic, any topic that Jim covers here on the Experience Pros Radio Show, give them a call at 720-356-6474. Again, 720-356-6474. And you want to have that private conversation. You want to do that here on the air. And so give them a call and ask the questions that you're having. There's just super fun team to work with.
Absolutely. So let's talk today about the difference between two types of IRAs.
Yes, good topic.
So there's traditional, as far as I understand, and then there's this thing called the Roth IRA.
Roth is better, right?
Well, it's not necessarily better. It serves a purpose.
I have no idea. I'm just
excellent.
I
don't know if you knew
bow
this
to
or
you.
not.
Well, let's talk.
I don't know if you knew this or not, but we're coming up on tax season.
Yeah.
So this is a good topic to have a conversation about.
Well, isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you know the difference. I don't know the difference, so help me, please. What is the difference between those two IRAs?
The basic differences between a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA is how the money comes into that account and how the money is distributed from a tax standpoint. Both accounts you have to wait till you're 59 and a half to get any of the profits out of. Otherwise, the IRS likes to get their 10% penalty.
You got another 35 years, Angel.
Correct.
Okay, so I have a while before I can take the profits out.
Yeah,
I noticed
right.
you used the word profit.
Profits. So on the traditional IRA, all the money comes in. I could take a deduction, and I can still contribute to 2014 tax year up to my tax filing in 2015. Okay. So it's 100% deductible when you take the traditional IRA contribution. When that money comes out, it's 100% taxable. So that's the traditional IRA.
All right.
Yeah. On the Roth IRA, it comes in after tax. So I've already paid taxes on those dollars coming in. And when it comes out after 59 and a half, I get all my profits tax free.
Because you paid the taxes on the front side.
On the deposit, but not the profits. You get the profits tax free in a Roth IRA.
I like tax-free profits.
And most people do, but most of us have not set up our retirement plan where we have anything that's coming out tax-free. That's why the Roth IRA could be the right option for someone who doesn't need a tax deduction.
So let's say you've already got a 401k, you've got some other things set up with the company you work for. They take out some monies of pre-tax. Can you go off on your own and add and do a Roth IRA on your own?
Great question. The reality is there's a lot of income limitations. The IRS thinks backwards. I don't know if that surprises you or not, but if you make too much money, you can't contribute to both.
Okay, all right. You need a professional.
Exactly. So it's important to know what the contribution limits are and also what the income limits are. If you have a 401k, you can contribute to an IRA if you don't make too much money. If you have any kind of other retirement account and you make less than a certain amount, you can contribute to a Roth IRA. So it's important for us to have a conversation with people to make sure we're not over the limits in income before we can make our contributions to the IRAs.
And it's important to you to know this number, 720-356-6474. Again, 720-356-6474, or the email address james.smith@prudential.com. Again, james.smith@prudential.com, because you need to speak to a professional about this and get those answers. But certainly do not follow my lead.
I have a question, Jim. If you're a couple and you're putting money into your Roth IRA, does it only the oldest person has to be 59 and a half to be taken take out?
The word I, the letter I in IRA means individual. So it's about you, the individual. Now, if one of you were to pass away, it defaults, or if
the beneficiary is set up
to
right.
the spouse, correct. But the beneficiaries, again, have to be set up uniquely.
All right. So you know me, I'm always trying to look for the payday.
No, you cannot be my beneficiary.
Oh, come on.
The edge?
No.
Tell him he cannot be my beneficiary, Jim.
I won't tell him that unless we have a conversation.
We have to have a conversation by calling 720-356-6474.
That's exactly right.
What's going on? Let me ask you this. I want to get my money out. What are the rules for taking the money out?
We alluded to that early, but the reality is IRS does not allow us to get access to those dollars until after 59 and a half. However, in a Roth IRA, if I have my Roth IRA account set up for at least 5 years, I can get the deposit out. What I've put in, my cost basis is what we call it in the industry.
Yeah.
I could get that out, but not the profits.
Okay.
Otherwise, the 10% penalty comes into play before 59 and a half.
Those 10%ers.
Well, there's some good stuff on both sides to go traditional versus Roth, but it really depends on your personal situation, how much money you're making, how old you are, what you're going to do with it.
And it requires a good, solid conversation. Ironically, this morning, when I was doing my early morning look on the internet to see what's going on in the world of finances, there was an article on the value of the IRA and what it can do for you. If you're under 50, you can put $5,500 a year in either or a combination thereof into your IRAs or your Roth. If you are over 50, they let you catch up an extra $1,000.
All right.
So it's $6,500. So a couple could literally be saving, if they're over 50, could be saving up to $13,000 more a year for their retirement. And most of us out there need a little bit more savings than what we're doing right now for retirement.
That is true, but we can still contribute from and add it to our 2014 contributions right now.
That's correct. If we get ahead of it now.
All right. Here's how you get ahead of it. You call Jim right away, 720-356-6474. Again, 720-356-6474. Email him at james.smith@prudential.com. You're going to offer a review of all the different accounts. Is that right?
I am, and our team of professionals, of licensed professionals, can answer any questions you have out there about insurance products, insurance planning, retirement planning, or investments. We're there for you. We're here to be a resource for your listeners.
Absolutely. And the questions we're asking are just to spur some ideas and conversation and make sure that you are thinking about your personal finances, and to get those questions asked directly with a licensed professional. Call 720-356-6474. 720-356-6474.
Jim, what's going on next week?
Next week, we're going to talk about the 401k, the advantages of the 401k, and what we can do there to help towards our retirement planning. Most people don't know how to choose their funds.
Right.
Most people don't know what their maximum contribution limits are, and they have increased for 2015. So it'll be a great topic.
The one thing we know is we're not doing enough to plan for retirement.
You're not.
And so let's do more. Jim Smith, thanks so much for being our guest today.
Thanks, guys.
That's what's going on in the world of finances here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Stay tuned. More positive business talk coming up next.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals. And if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out. And if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Women-owned businesses are on the rise, but where do you go when the bank says no? Ladies, you know it's tough to secure the capital necessary to launch or develop a new business. You need to know attorney Steve Replin of the Replin Law Group. Steve specializes in helping women secure hard money lending when no one else will step up. You have an ally in Steve Replin. He has the knowledge and resources to get you the money you need to grow your business. Call Steve today. It's Money in the Bank, your bank. 303-322-7919 or replinlawgroup.com.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit rivierafinancecom.
There's only one place on the dial for you to share your stories of great customer service, and that's Fan Braggin' Friday on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Every Friday, the phone lines are open for you to call and tell the world who's getting it right in business. Call 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Braggin' Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel and then tell the world about Fan Braggin' Friday.
You know, Ben Franklin once said, "You have a republic if you can keep it." Yet how will we be able to keep our republic if our young people aren't educated on the basics of this country, on the foundations of our Constitution and the rights and freedoms that it guarantees? I'm Jimmy Sangenberger, president of the Liberty Day Institute, a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to educating youth about the U.S. Constitution and Declaration of Independence, particularly fifth graders. We're looking for your help right now to develop new resources and programs to effectively introduce kids across Colorado and the country to this important document to help keep the republic. To get involved and to donate, go to libertyday.org. That's libertyday.org, because keeping the republic is so crucial to this country.
Ken Clark, today at 1 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Shut up and let me go. Hey!
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. Brad Friedman sitting in the control seat here with us as co-host for the both hours. Brad, thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's been fun.
It has been a lot of fun. It's fun. It's always fun for us to have a guest sit in with us and just bring more fun and banter. Let's talk a little bit more about the Friedman Group and make sure we've got contact information so our listeners can stay in touch with you.
Sure. You can contact me on Facebook at the Friedman Group. You can find me on Twitter at Brad Friedman, or I even have a phone.
What?
A phone.
Wow.
Yeah, 720-248-8185.
720-248-8185. And of course, the website that you have, friedmansocialmedia.com, has plenty of places where people can find answers. I'm interested in the list of things that you say, what we'll do for you. So let's cover some of those things. Manage or monitor social media networks. What does that mean, manage or monitor those?
So What we'll do is we'll come in, we'll do a strategy for you, we'll help you set up a page, maybe it's a Facebook page. Then we can do one of two things. We can train you how to use it correctly, or we can do it for you. We can be your voice online.
Kind of ghostwriting, if you will.
Right, and responding to comments and those kinds of things.
Now, is it difficult to assume the voice of somebody else?
Sometimes it is, but we spend a lot of time really learning about the business and learning about the people in the business and the customers, and we really know what you're doing before we take on that task.
I think probably initially people would be a little concerned to think, oh my gosh, could they speak in our voice and be our brand if you're not? But probably like once you hire anything, outsource it, you're like, where have they been all our lives? They actually do it better, faster, easier, because this is the world you speak in.
Right, and we do things, we create content calendars where we tell you before we post things, and I have clients that want to approve everything before it goes up, and so it's very easy.
All right, and then you've got networking and word-of-mouth marketing. How do you help people create that?
So sort of the same way, we help people create that online through social media, with the posts, and a lot of that's done through training.
All right, very, very nice. And then, of course, you help with the organic search engine optimization as well.
Right. And that's fun for me because it's ever changing, and it's always a big challenge to figure out what's going to work this week or this month. And we're constantly tweaking it and trying to figure out what Google and Bing have in store for us.
It's really, I think that's probably one of those biggest challenges that small business has, is when they think about social media and the things that they're doing to market. I think we're still kind of stuck in some old paradigm shifts. Okay, so what I got, X number of likes, nobody bought from me. And how do they translate that? How do you have that conversation with them that says that is still adding value? It's a work in progress.
Yeah, that's a great point. And we spend a lot of time up front setting goals, and some of that is it's a cultural change, and you have to be thinking about what the value is of a like and what the value is of a comment, and you need to be thinking about how that is going to drive business. Might not happen overnight, but it's going to happen, and you need to be thinking about that differently.
Well, and we are thinking about it differently thanks to experts who are kind of navigating this social media and online and algorithm world for us. We don't have to figure it out on our own. We can hire professionals to do that. Again, FriedmanSocialMedia.com, F-R-I-E-D, FriedmanSocialMedia.com. And the phone number, Brad?
720-248-8185.
Let me throw a scenario at you if you don't mind, Brad. You've got social media websites out there. You've got your Facebook page or whatnot. And sometimes this happens. Somebody drops a stink bomb right in the middle of it. They Yelp, or they drop a negative comment about you and your business. What is your best advice to a small business owner and or manager of a social media site there? Should you vehemently deny? Should you call them what they are? Or what do you say?
Sure. So first off, in most cases, I say, don't take it down.
Please
don't take it off the
Yep.
site.
Yep.
Because somebody has seen it.
Right.
And
Somebody
they'll know you
has
did that.
seen it. So that would be number one. And then number two is, a lot of times we benefit from the way we handle a negative situation. So what you want to do is you want to address the situation. If it's true, you want to admit it. And you want to show people on your Facebook page how you deal with a mistake. Somebody had a bad meal. I'm giving them a free meal. Somebody bought something from me that was defective. I'm going to replace it. And you also want to try to take them offline. So you always want to say to them, we understand you're upset. We'd like to help you. Please email me at,
Yes.
or please call me at, so that you can get them out of your timeline and then deal with them offline.
Yeah, good, wise words of wisdom there.
All right, so Brad, you were coming in to co-host the show today. Was there anybody you want to say hi to, or anything you want to make sure you get out before we have to let you go?
I'm really glad you asked, because during the show, my father sent me a text and said, I'm waiting for you to say something. Give a shout out to your father. So I guess this is my chance. My mother said she was really excited for me to be on, because she's always said I have a face for radio.
Oh, yeah, I've been using that for years.
Yeah, but he wanted me to be sure to say something about my father.
Well,
So
maybe it's
there you have it.
quite possible he's watching the video of today's show as well. So I just want to look at the video and acknowledge that, Dad, we got your loving, tender support of your son's text, and we just want to say thank you for that. That was just wow. I was moved.
All right, Bradley Friedman, the Friedman Group. Find them online at friedmansocialmedia.com. And make sure you sign up to participate in the Fan Bragging Contest. Make sure your company is voted best in business in your category. We said categories are us. If
We
don't
have a category.
If we don't have one, we will make one for you to make sure you can compete to be named best in business.
It really is a differentiating piece for us with this contest because, you got the Denver A-List, and the Denver A-List, of course, the premier contest that's been in the state of Colorado and across the nation for years. But they have their 145 categories, and they're not going to go jump out and make new categories just because
They don't have one for social media and inbound marketing.
They do not. They do not have
But
one for
we
plumbers
do.
or dentists or consultants or any of the others. And we say yes to that. And we know our businesses. We partner with them and we help them develop their online reputation.
Go online and add a fan brag. Say something nice about the companies that are competing. Help them win in their best in business category. And if your favorite isn't listed, you can nominate them. And then make sure you sign up to come with us to go to Cancun, Mexico. We're going to the Dreams Sand Resort April 25th, but only a handful of reservations are left. So call them today, 303-791-2311, 303-791-2311. $150 reserves your spot for a full week of business time, as little or as much as you want to do on your vacation.
I love it. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, Angel, myself, and Brad Friedman of the Friedman Group, we want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in and participating in this, the most positive business talk show in America. Now we invite you to do something crazy. Go ahead, give somebody a 20-second kiss. We're not talking about locking lips. That's kindness is so simple. Say something nice about somebody in business today.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Hi, this is